Welcome to Vermontitude, a collaborative effort between Great Eastern Radio, the Brattleboro Reformer, and BCTV to bring you the stories behind the stories on the topics you want to learn more about. Because there's always more, so there'll always be Vermontitude. Hosted by me, Peter Fish Case. Welcome to Vermontitude. New episodes drop every Tuesday and can be found by going to Vermontitude.com, Reformer.com, Brattleboro.tv, and locally on Comcast Channel 1078. We come to you from our studios at the Innovation Box on Flat Street. I'm Peter Fish Case, and each week I cover the topics that are of concern to Windham County and the towns that reside within its border. Joining Vermontitude today is Executive Director of Groundworks Collaborative, Josh Davis, and the coordinator of the food shelf at Foodworks, Andrew Courtney. Welcome, guys.
Good morning, Fish.
What are we talking about today?
Empty bowls.
Empty bowls. Here we are again. I think when we had a chance to sort of chat a little bit before that, I was recounting like 20 years ago, going to my first one, which I think was the very first one when it was just for the Brattleboro area drop-in center, right? And
20 years on now.
Yeah. And it's really good that this thing is still going. It's such a strong community event and a fun event. I mean, look, here we go, 20 years.
20 years, yeah. We talk a lot about fundraisers, within Groundworks. We're constantly figuring out ways to support our mission. And this fundraiser is just, I'm happy to be here today to talk about it because it has such a good vibe and a good feeling and really supports the work that we do. We just celebrated the equinox, and as a marker of fall, that's what Empty Bowls has come to symbolize.
Right.
And so this is the 20th annual. It's going to be Saturday, October 7th. At Landmark College. So we've moved from where we were back in the day, and for the last handful of years have been at Landmark College.
Yeah, I think the first one that I went to was at St. Mike's, and that's we all kind of piled in and waited to get in there, and it was there weren't two seatings. Are there still two seatings?
It's going to be open seating now.
All right, good.
And this is a post-COVID thing. For a couple of years we didn't have an in-person event,
right? And
so we were able to make it work and muddle through. And the response that we get to this event is just incredible. And we have limited resources that we put into it, and we get so many resources back to support the work that we do at Foodworks.
Right. I have, as I said, my wife and I usually go every year, so because we've gone to like 18 or 20 of these things, like we have like 40 of these bowls kicking around the house because my wife will not let go of a bowl. But the coolest one was one year, one of the potters had asked if I was going to be there, and then made me this really cool bowl that looks like a fish. It's opened up. It's so cool. It's predominantly displayed in my house. It's the only bowl I'm happy about in my house. But
it's really great. I think, that highlights a couple things. One, folks come and get a beautiful bowl, and the potters that support this event is just incredible. We get so many just amazing bowls to support that work. The other thing is that when you come, you get that bowl. This is for a purpose. We're trying to raise money to feed people and hunger in our community. And it's a reminder that sits on your shelf throughout the year of what you contributed to, but also what people are carrying throughout the year.
Right. Andrew, talk a little bit about some of the people who usually prepare the soups and things like that. What can we expect from who?
We can definitely expect some delicious soup. One of the really awesome things about this fundraiser is that when we go to, restaurants and markets in our community and ask for support, their contribution of 5 gallons of soup to serve at Empty Bowls, there's no hesitation in their support. And, last year we had a tremendous variety, and it's lining up to be the same this year. Really fun opportunity to, maybe try some different soups that you might not make a full batch of at home, or you might not order out at a restaurant. But when you have, 15 different soups available, you can try a bit of each one. Yeah. And I think that's a really fun part about attending the event.
Yeah, it certainly is. And the potters, Josh, these guys are throwing clay like year round for this thing.
There's all kinds of events that go back to the spring.
Let me just throwing clay. You see, I did a little research. Right.
That's what we say in the biz.
That's what we say in the clay biz.
Well, and highlighting, there's a huge list of potters that support this event. We could take the rest of the show to list off names.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But just want to center on Bonnie Stearns and the work that Bonnie has done year after year to organize outreach, but also throw bowls as well.
Yeah.
And so it's just tremendous. When you walk into Landmark, we have just numerous bowls that are all beautiful. Folks take a long time to pick out the really bowl that speaks to them because there's so many wonderful choices. And so we have a number of restaurants supporting with the food. Then we have the potters that are supporting with the bowls and really make it happen.
Yeah, no, it's a great event. Now, of course, there is the you purchase your ticket, you get a bowl, you get food, you get to kind of maybe see people you only see one time a year and have those great conversations. But you've also got a list of people who support this event as well.
Absolutely. And so we couldn't do this without our generous supporters. Abatum Exterminating, Brattleboro Food Co-op, Cirrus Collaborative, Silver Forest, Trust Company of Vermont, Berkeley Veller Greenwood, 802 Credit Union, Against the Grain, Brattleboro Savings and Loan, Brattleboro Tire, Farnham Insulators, Chad and crew out there are awesome, King Arthur Baking Company, Savings Bank of Walpole, Altiplano Beadniks, Brattleboro Auto Body and Detailing, HCRS, Howard Printing, Putney Food Co-op, SIT, of which I'm a graduate. Put a plug in for them. The Richards Group, Twice Upon a Time, and Members First Credit Union.
Yeah, that's what my favorite part is. These people just keep coming back.
I know.
They just love the event.
It's a great event.
Right.
And so a couple details, we're trying to make it as easy as possible for people to connect with this. And so if you can't make it on the night of, we have bowls that are available right now throughout town. And so you can pick up a bowl or a ticket at the Brattleboro Food Co-op, Everyone's Books, the Shoe Tree, Zephyr Designs, Kitchen Sink, Putney Food Co-op, and the Putney General Store. So if you can't make it to the event and you still want to support, you can purchase a bowl and still have that experience. All right. Or you can purchase a ticket there. Also go online at groundworksvt.org and tickets are available there.
All right, let's talk about, this is one of the bigger fundraisers for Groundworks in the year. And what does it, Andrew, where's this money going to go?
Yeah, it is a very important fundraiser for Groundworks, and the Empty Bowls directly supports the Foodworks program. We operate a free neighborhood grocery store on Canal Street near downtown Brattleboro. We also have a delivery program. We deliver to a lot of community members with mobility issues, and it's a really important service that started during the pandemic, and we've really we're firmly committed to keeping it going. We really see that as meeting some of the most acute need in our community. It's to buy food, it's to pay rent, it's to keep the lights on, it's to support payroll. We have a staff of 5 people who are busy running around all over our region, collecting food donations, and it's an important fundraiser that goes directly to supporting the services that we offer at Foodworks.
All right, Josh. I'm putting you on the spot now. I've already spoke about my favorite 20 years heritage. I think I've been at this Empty Bowls game longer than you have. Just saying. So my favorite moment was having the custom bowl made for me. Do you have a favorite moment?
Do I have a favorite moment? I think year after year, it just never ceases to surprise me. People that show up. Yeah. And so there's folks, like you said, that I see once a year at this event. And during the pandemic, didn't see folks for a couple years. And then we had it last year. And just really overwhelmed about the response and who came out. It's a great event. And the community that comes out is fantastic. So not to hedge there, but really it's seeing the folks that come in year after year.
That's fair.
And also having the view out of Landmark where you're looking out over the foliage. It's always peak foliage when we have Empty Bowls. We align the date with foliage. We nail it every year.
We book it a year ahead of time.
And there's great stories of people connecting at the event. Last year I saw especially less of people coming in, having their soup, and then leaving. People are hanging out, connecting with folks. We have the long tables, so you can sit with folks that maybe you don't normally sit with or make some new friends. So it's really that community and connection that is what I look forward to every year.
Right. I go back a few years. I remember the year your folks came.
My folks came.
Yep, that was
absolutely.
awesome.
They still talk about it.
Do they?
I was just in New Mexico last week, and they're like, "Here's the bowl that we got from Empty Bowls. Yeah. We still use it."
It means something, man. It really does. It really does. When you have this thing that was handcrafted, made in Vermont, it supported this great thing that is Foodworks and Groundworks Collaborative, and the cheese on the table, the apples. The warm soup that is just made as Andrew pointed out from many different vendors and restaurants and folks that are just doing this work.
Absolutely.
Just donating their time. I mean, it is a pure fundraising event for this entire community.
And a family event. I have my boys there year after year. Yep. They look forward to it. So bring your kids. It's a whole family event. We have specially priced tickets for kids to make it easily accessible. And kids love it. My kids always eat. They're trying different soups. They're telling me what they like. And, they don't like everything, but they give it a try.
Yeah, but, as long as they're trying. All right. So, Andrew, break it down. Folks want to buy tickets. Where do they go?
They can go to any of the storefronts that we mentioned, the Brattleboro Food Co-op, Everyone's Books, the Shoe Tree, Zephyr Designs, Kitchen Sink, Putney Food Co-op, and the Putney General Store. You could also visit groundworksvt.org. So trying to make it as easy as possible.
All right.
I think there's one last thing, to mention. We've talked about the sponsors being huge, talked about the potters, we talked about the restaurants. Mm-hmm. There's a whole force of people behind this event and the volunteers that are driving this.
We're really remiss to get out of this without saying thank you to them.
We have to say thank you. We have members of the Groundworks board that are heading up a committee of community members that really believe in this event, that are passionate about it, that put time, effort, and energy into it over the whole year. It's a couple weeks after the event that they start looking forward to next year's event. So we could not do it without the volunteer support. And this event started with Alan Steinberg's vision of this. And unfortunately, over the last year, Alan has passed away.
Yeah.
And so, just giving respect and honor to Alan and his vision for this event, and really proud that we are carrying on the legacy now in our 20th year.
Unbelievable. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you up there. All right. The date is October
7th.
October 7th at Landmark College.
5 to 7 p.m.
There we go. Dave, Andrew, Josh, thank you.
Thank you, Fish.
Thank you.